In this problem, we need to find the minimum sample size required to estimate the population proportion. So in number 39, in this problem, we are given the margin of error and the confidence level, but p hat and q hat are unknown, which means that we're going to use the formula that the sample size, n, is approximated by 0.25 times z sub alpha over 2 divided by the margin of error, and then we square that. So we're going to start by finding our z-score, or our critical value, and we're told that the confidence level is 99%. So I'm going to make a little sketch of the normal distribution. And here we have 99% in the middle, because we're talking about a confidence level. Confidence intervals are always about the center of the data. So if there's 99% in the middle, that means there's 1% left over for the two tails together. So the right-hand tail has 0.5% of the data. So here we're going to find z sub 0.005. That's the alpha over 2. So alpha is the total area in the two tails. We cut that in half so that we just have the area in one tail, and that's what we're going to calculate here. So to do this, we're going to do inverse norm, and we are going to put in 1 minus 0.005, because this is the area on the left-hand side. So that's what we're talking about here on the left-hand side of that critical value. And so that would be, if we calculated this, would be 0.995. You can either type in 0.995 or you can do 1 minus 0.005. And then we put in the mean, which is 0, and the standard deviation, which is 1. And we are going to round this to 2.575. So that's what they use in my math lab. They take this one out to 3 decimal places, and they just cut it off at 2.575. So now we're ready to actually use our formula. Our sample size is going to be 0.25 times 2.575. And our margin of error was 0.008. And we square that, and we get 25,900 and some decimal. And we are just going to go up to the next higher integer, which is 25,901. And that is our answer for 39. Now in 40, here we have p hat is estimated by the decimal equivalent of 60%. We're going to go to the next page to do this one. Okay, in this problem, we're given the margin of error, confidence level, and we have an estimate of p hat. So I'm going to again start with my confidence level, and that is 95%. Let's make a sketch of that. And 95% in the middle means 5% left over for the two tails. So if we just want the area of one tail, that's going to be 2.5%. So that is z sub 0.025 as a decimal. So again, I'm going to calculate inverse norm 1 minus 0.025. And this gives me 1.96. So normally we round to 2 decimal places. There are 2 exceptions for when you go out to 3 decimal places, and you can find that on your formula sheet in Canvas. Okay, so now the formula we're going to use this time, slightly different. We're going to use p hat times 1 minus p hat, and then times z sub alpha over 2 over the margin of error, and we square that part. So in this case, this would be 60% for p hat, that's what they told us the approximation was, times 1 minus 60%, or 0.60. And we're going to put in that 1.96, and our margin of error was 4%, or 0.04. And for this one, I get 576 and a decimal. So we're going to make that 577. And that is our final answer for number 40.